Why teach STEM? There have been startling findings from research that show Australian students' reading, maths, and scientific literacy have lowered over the past 18 years. As increase in jobs with STEM subjects, it is also worrisome that research has shown lower participation rates in areas such as mathematics and science. Keeping this in mind, as educators, we should reflect on how we can improve these subjects to increase participation rates and results. One way this could be done is with STEM. Why STEM? Firstly, it is based on a constructivist approach. As STEM incorporates a constructive approach to learning, students engage in their prior knowledge and learn through investigating problems. When this occurs, learning is more meaningful as students are able to draw connections to the real world. When we look at STEM activities, we also can see an increase in students' enjoyment and learning, as they are learning through their own curiosity, as well as having control and responsibility over their learning. Another great aspect of STEM is how the subjects involved are not taught separately, but rather they are integrated, allowing students to see and understand connections to the real-world problems. When we look at the general capabilities in the Australian curriculum and the way STEM is taught, it is clear that many of these capabilities will be automatically integrated into a lesson, and others can easily be incorporated in the correct context. For example, in the literacy component, students will often have to research to solve their problems, as well as build on their vocabulary in order to understand the concepts they are exploring. There are many other ways to incorporate literacy, but I want to bring attention particularly to the next three. Critical and creative thinking is vital when students are problem solving. When students hit an obstacle with their design, they have to think critically by identifying the issues and think creatively on how to change their design so it achieves its purpose. It is easy to see the personal and social capabilities in STEM. Students have to learn to work collaboratively in order to achieve their goal. Students are also encouraged to look at the ethical side of design when participating in STEM. This includes what resources should be used, how will the product affect the user, and its environment. Intercultural understanding can be also incorporated by looking at other environments in the world. One example that I'll explore later is creating a house for Pee-wee the lonely kiwi. This is where students explore animals and the environments in New Zealand. A great way to educate students about healthy eating in an engaging way is by getting students to create their own healthy snack and designing the package that will be in. Students learn mathematics by reading the nutrition labels. They learn the science behind healthy eating and incorporate the engineering and technology phase through the design aspects of the activity. This ability to draw connections between the subject strands is very valuable to a student's understanding. While also incorporating many discipline areas, the Boat and Paper Plane Challenge provides an example of how students have the opportunity to develop the skills to evaluate what they have made and to see if their product achieves its purpose. The students can use the data that they have collected to understand the concepts behind their product. As this occurs, there are so many ways to integrate general capabilities, such as numeracy by getting the students to draw graphs from the data they have collected, or incorporating literacy through learning to write a recount or procedure. ICT can easily be incorporated through research, blogs, or creating videos of their learning process, which could be a great formative or summative assessment. Making Pee-wee's house is another example of a great way to incorporate literacy into a STEM challenge. Connections between science can be drawn when researching what environment Pee-wee flourishes in. Mathematics can be looked at when drawing up dimensions, looking at types of view of the house, for example, the bird's eye view, and the shapes of the house. The technology side of the lesson focuses on types of items Pee-wee's house would have, and engineering will look at the construction of the model and what materials will work best when constructing it.